Hi everyone, this is Mary and welcome to Super Skills. Let's get started with our hello song. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the letter D. How to make the letter D, what it sounds like. We're going to read a book about a letter D word and we're going to do a letter D activity. Okay, well let's make the letter D first of all. Okay, a straight line down, and then a curvy line around, like a half a circle. That makes an uppercase D. A lowercase d looks quite different, but it still has a straight line and a curvy line. Start with a straight line down, and let's start in the middle of that line, make a curved, like almost a whole circle all the way around. Straight line down, curvy line halfway up, all the way around. Letter D. Now how does a D sound? D, D. Lots of words start with D. Here's one. Dog. Here's another one. Duck. And here is a doll. Another D word. Doll. Okay. And then there's dad. There's diaper. All kinds of words start with D. And our word of the day is dinosaur. Okay? And I've got a book about a dinosaur written by Bernard Most. He also did the pictures. It's called If the Dinosaurs Came Back. If the dinosaurs came back, and there's a great big, maybe a potosaurus, you think? I like dinosaurs. I think about them all the time. I read about them. I talk about them. Oh, how I wish the dinosaurs would come back. Now look at that. Little boy looks like he's in his bed. He's got all kinds of pictures of dinosaurs on his wall. He's got toy dinosaurs in his room. And he is dreaming about dinosaurs. If the dinosaurs came back, they could carry people to work and back. Look at that. Instead of a bus or a train, those people are taking a dinosaur to work. If the dinosaurs came back, we wouldn't need any more lawnmowers, because those plant-eater dinosaurs could just munch on the lawn. If the dinosaurs came back, house painters wouldn't need any more ladders. He's climbed up his spiny back to paint the house. If the dinosaurs came back, they could scare away robbers. Ooh, there goes that robber running away. If the dinosaurs came back, they would make it easy for farmers to plow their fields. Look at that, he's using his big horns to plow the field. If the dinosaurs came back, they could help lumberjacks chop down trees. They are really chomping down those trees, aren't they? If the dinosaurs came back, they could help firefighters put out fires. So those firefighters could climb up there and squirt their hoses right from the dinosaur's head onto the burning building. If the dinosaurs came back, they could help build big skyscrapers. He's got some girders in his claws. If the dinosaurs came back, they would make great ski slopes. You could ski on them in the winter. And if the dinosaurs came back, they could take swimmers on rides at the beach. In the summer, they could go to the beach and give people rides. So they're good winter or summer. If the dinosaurs came back, they could rescue kites stuck in very tall trees. If the dinosaurs came back, mountain climbers would have new mountains to climb. If the dinosaurs came back, they could be a big help at the circus. See, who's using the dinosaurs to swing from? The trapeze artists. If the dinosaurs came back, they could help librarians get books from the top shelf. Well, that would be very useful, wouldn't it, at the library? If the dinosaurs came back, dentist would have plenty of teeth to work on. Ooh, but look where that dentist has to go to fix those teeth. If the dinosaurs came back, giraffes would have someone to look up to. If the dinosaurs came back, they could push away rain clouds so the sun would always shine. Those kids aren't going to get wet at their picnic. It looks like their mom and dad might. But best of all, if the dinosaurs came back, they would make great pets for people who love dinosaurs. The end. They're all getting taken for walks. See, they have leashes around their necks. And here's a picture at the very end of Mr. Most and his family. And he says that his son loved dinosaurs so much, and he's the one who said, what would happen if the dinosaurs came back? So his son gave him the idea for this whole book. Okay, now, Miss Amy is going to show us how to make a dinosaur activity, and it is a cube, which we call a die, another D word, die, that you can, first we're going to make it, and then you can toss it and see what dinosaur action to do. Okay, and she's going to show you how to do that right now.
Well, hello, it's Amy, and I am going to show you how to make your dinosaur action cube. You'll need to grab a couple of supplies from home. One, you'll probably want to grab some tape, glue stick, and a pair of scissors for cutting. Now, there will be two things in your pack. One of them is going to be a sheet of paper that looks like this. This will have 6 squares on it that we're going to cut out, and you'll notice that you'll see a lot of dinosaurs on here and a bunch of actions that the dinosaurs like to do. This was created by Cassie at 3dinosaurs.com, and we want to say thanks for her for creating this. Then the other thing you'll have in your pack will be this big sheet of paper that looks like this, and this is a cube shape that you are going to cut out, probably with the help of a grown-up. This was developed by firstpalette.com, and we thank them for creating it as well. So first, let's get started by cutting out all of those squares. So here's your page. You're going to grab your scissors. Remember when we're cutting that we always keep our thumb up on the top, and then we can tuck our other fingers into this bigger opening of the scissors. Thumb's always on the top. Grab the paper, and you're going to cut on the line. Then you can turn the paper, cut on this line of the square, turn the paper again, cut here on this line, and the fourth line just like that. So you will continue and you will cut out all 6 of these squares. Now when you're done, you're going to have stomp like a T-Rex, dig like a paleontologist, crawl like a triceratops, swim like a plesiosaurus, fly like a pteranodon, and swing your arms like a brachiosaurus's neck. We're going to set these aside. We're going to add them to our cube in just a couple of minutes. So we'll set them off to the side. Now, on your cube page, this is where you'll probably want to ask a grown-up to help you. You can certainly try on your own, but it's a little tricky because we want to make sure that we're always cutting on the outside lines. Any of these inner lines like this, those are folding lines, so we want to make sure that we're cutting on the outside. So we simply start on one of the lines. Notice I still got my thumb on the top. You're going to get into those little corners, turn your paper, and you always want to make sure that you're not cutting here on this inner line, but that you're cutting on the outer line, like this. So you will make your way all the way around this shape. making sure that you avoid any of these inner lines. When you're done, you will have something that looks like this. So we have a lot of folding ahead for us. All of these lines that you see here represent fold lines. And as you're folding, I just want you to remember that we're going to be folding in so that we can create this cube shape. So I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to start folding on the big lines. I'm going to do all the big lines first and then we'll do those little flaps. That's where the glue is going to go. Got another big line. Keep folding it inside. Make sure you have a really nice crease. That way the cube will stay together a little bit better. We have this big line right here. And this one. So I think I've got all of the big lines folded. Now we need to focus on the flaps. So those are these little tiny ones. This one there. This one here. You just keep going around and making sure that they're nice and creased. It'll reduce your frustration later if they're creased really well. There we go. And 3 more. So, oops. That one. One. And the last little flap goes like this. Okay, now you're going to grab your glue stick. We got to get glue on each of these flaps and then we will hold it into place like that. Probably going to want to hold it, line it up really well and then hold it for a couple of seconds just to make sure it's secure. You can even do it like this. Press it down on the table. All right, let's get another one of these flaps glued down. So you're going to continue to do this all the way through, pressing it down and holding it. Make sure the box stays secure. Okay, we got that. And we'll do this flap. If you have liquid glue, that should work fine as well. So there's no need to have to use glue stick. I suppose if you didn't have any glue and wanted to use tape for all of this, that would be possible. But I think glue stick is probably the easiest and best. Okay, we got that side down. Got one more in here. It's a little awkward to put it all together. That's why we're asking your grown-up to help you. And get your fingers in there and press that together. Kind of looks like a little treasure box. All right, now the last flap or last side, it's probably where you're going to want to get the tape going in here. So we're going to try to glue it, but then tuck the end right in there. And then I'm going to grab a piece of tape. Make sure that that stays shut. We don't want it to flip open when you're rolling your cube. So we can tape it right there. It's okay if the tape shows because we're going to be covering it up with all of our squares. So now our last thing that we have to do to create this cube is we have to glue on all of the actions. So we're just gonna put a little layer of glue here and attach that. Got the Brachiosaurus neck. And then we just keep flipping it around. It's probably easier to glue this and then press it on. Crawl like a triceratops. You guys are going to have a lot of fun acting these out, I can tell. Fly like a pteranodon. Look at those big wings he has. And this dinosaur has the ability to swim. Swim like a plesiosaurus. Okay, so that's all 4 of these sides. Now we need to make sure that the top is complete and the bottom. So, stump like a T-Rex. I think that one would be my favorite one to act out. I don't know about you. Stump like a T-Rex. Boom, boom, boom. And then on the bottom, we're going to dig like a paleontologist. That's a scientist who likes to find and study the bones of dinosaurs. Dig like a paleontologist. All right, there's your cube. All 6 sides are done. Now, in a moment, I'm going to show you how to use your cube and have some fun. Well, Mary and I had lots of fun with you learning about dinosaurs and making our dinosaur action cube. So I thought it would be fun as we sing our goodbye song if I did it dinosaur style. So I'm going to roll my cube on my table and look at what I got right on the top of it. Swim like a plesiosaurus. So I'm going to get my swimming arms ready and let's sing our goodbye song. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. We'll see you next time.